Another neat way how God has used this tragedy to work all things together for good has been through the filming of the movie Courageous. If you're familiar with Sherwood Pictures, they've done Facing the Giants and Fireproof and several just family-friendly Christian films. The writers actually came to JJ because they were friends and they needed to interview somebody who had lost a loved one, and they wanted to be able to relate to a father's heart. So they interviewed JJ and was able to glean a lot from him. So now let's go to the makers of the film Courageous and see what they have to say about how JJ was involved.
Getting to know JJ Jasper and his family has been a joy for us. JJ has been so supportive of the movies that we've produced, and then we're hearing about his family and hearing what's going on with him at AFR Radio and listening to him on the radio, laughing at his jokes and getting to know him. He's always been so loving, so encouraging.
I remember where I was when I got a phone call that Cooper had been killed, and I was sitting in a parking lot in my car. And I remember being stunned. You know, Cooper was so young. And but more than that, I felt for JJ and Melanie.
I know all over the nation there were so many people that love him and his family and just couldn't imagine something like that happening to him.
In the movie Courageous, we called JJ because we felt the Lord leading us to deal with certain kinds of grief, then overcome that with a courageous faith. And so there's an element in the movie Courageous where one of the couples deals with the loss of a child. And we very cautiously approached JJ and asked if we could go through the emotions, the grief that he went through.
And we were trying to understand what goes on in the heart of a parent when something like that happens.
Stephen and I incorporated a lot of what JJ shared with us into the movie of Courageous because it was so real, based on real events, horrible events, but based on real events.
JJ was so gracious and began to see that this could be another opportunity to use Cooper's story to help other people and minister to other people.
There are two scenes specifically in Courageous that came from that conversation. There was a moment when JJ told us he would be somewhere and he will have kind of zoned out thinking about Cooper, and that he would be jarred back into reality when someone says, "Are you okay?" or going through a moment where he starts second guessing what he did as a father. We incorporated that into Courageous. There are moments when the character of Adam is zoned out thinking of his daughter that he lost in a tragic accident. Another scene, he second guesses where he had an opportunity to buy a gift for his son that his son really wanted, and we incorporated that into the movie.
So we're very grateful that God has used a tragedy that's going to help us to call men into spiritual leadership of their homes, and also Cooper's story is now going to be a part of helping us to minister to families all over the world.
You never want to be grateful for an event like that, but at the same time, I'll already tell you right now, I'm grateful for the testimony God can bring from it.